you. And you the middle, the guy in the middle, please.
A bit too quick. So if you just stay there for me, straight here for me. A bit of sparky carry and just nice. This one on the left, if you could, please.
Coming along, please.
Thank you.
And next to him, just get across.
Yeah. Can Brad hits you?
You sound like my brother.
Right.
You and Ollie casting yourself.
I want Ollie.
Cast yourself.
I want Casey. And he's a celebrity. I want.
That's always such an interesting question because I think process is always the same. It's just a different story, different circumstance. And with this one, it's just like you've to, in short, which it shouldn't be, but in short, you kind of live in the character. You do all your research. You kind of get there and you embody it, and then you get onto set and you let it all go, and you work with who you're collaborating with and the connections that you're forming on set, and me and Hugh and the director, and you kind of, it's like prep, and then it kind of feels like opening up to this, connecting, and then it sometimes feels like channeling, and you just kind of let it.
You know how when you're let's say you're having a tough time. What's your name? Martina. Yeah, Martina. You're having a tough time, and you want to just you call those people closest to you. They come over, you have a glass of wine, and I find on set that if I'm not around people that I trust in that same way, it's really, really hard. And so, obviously, doing those scenes with you, but it's also the camera person. It's the lighting person, because what we're looking at on set is this. Yeah. So there's 8 people right next to us, and if they're not people that you trust or feel a connection with and relax with, the director, then it's hard.
And we had the best crew on this. The crew was just like a little family. It was awesome.
Yeah.
And we're talking about music with this film. My colleague here has already mentioned Ireland. You're filming it, and you have also filmed in Ireland.
I have. Dublin.
In Dublin, where I am from.
The finale of this movie, you're singing Suleiman, and it's awesome, and Kate starts wailing. And you did it in the studio. I didn't hear it in the studio.
No,
I just heard it when and it was, I was just like, oh my gosh, you could like a gospel singer as well as, I know there's so many colors to a voice. That was one that blew me away.
Mine with you was we started in the studio, and you said this, and I agree, which is Holly Holy. So we started singing Holly Holy in the studio. That was sort of the time that it kind of felt like the sort of like where the chemistry was first, like, oh.
We were through the nerves of singing. I was through my nerves of singing in front of you, and
we kind of were like, oh, this
nervous.
is real. What we felt, it just sounded, it was so beautiful, and we kind of like felt it in the studio.
And the middle again, please.
Can I get you off the right on the end?
Favorite holiday season memory? For me, it always involves that special moment when the family pet, as in our situation.
And are you tired of Sweet Caroline at this point?
Well, we had a thing on our set that if anybody started singing Sweet Caroline or went bum bum bum, then we had to put $1 in the jar for the sound mixer, who constantly was having to hear it on his headset all the time. But you can't argue with the classic. As a matter of fact, there was this really special moment when we were filming outside, and we had to wait because the local football team was the band was taking the field, and of course they were playing Sweet Caroline, full brass band, and we found it to be rather ironic that we were waiting on Sweet Caroline so we could start filming again.
No.
Not at all. It's so fun because it brings people together, and I think Neil what an amazing song for him to be able to perform all the time.
Can I tell you, Neil Diamond still loves Sweet Caroline. In fact, I did karaoke at his house, and that was one of the 3 songs that we sang together.
Yeah.
You know, Suleiman, like he said, Suleiman was my go-to. I couldn't wait till we sang that. But no, Sweet Caroline, there's certain sporting teams that use it, so it has a weird connotation for me, because none of those teams I like. You know, so yeah.
And so I mean, it was a lot. I mean, to kind of find a lot of different layers, but we could get into them.
Well, it's about real people, and especially in America, and I'm sure around the world, there's so many people that we just don't know their story. But it doesn't mean that they don't live these truly epic lives, filled with longing and filled with dreams and filled with tragedy, but they don't have any choice but to keep going. And really that's what we wanted to do with this movie. We wanted this to be an anthem and a movie of appreciation for like so many people who are going after what they want, and they feel maybe small or ignored, and we wanted to make an epic movie about their life.